The 1990s was a time for skyrocketing trends in fashion, music, movies, and television. From the iconic sounds of Nirvana to the timeless sitcom Friends, the pop culture of the 90s was certainly something to remember.
When I say I want it that
I see dead people.
The Sixth Sense was just one of many hit movies of the decade. James Cameron's Titanic became an instant classic love story for countless years to come. Forrest Gump was another inspiring film of the 90s about an outcasted young man who runs like no other.
small, you open the door.
Sitcoms were very popular during the decade and attracted to a wide audience across the country. Many of the sitcoms of the 1990s are still being rerun today.
It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day.
The fashion of the 90s was also influenced by these sitcoms.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV.
Other TV shows such as Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and That 70s Show captured the world's attention with comedy, drama, and action. In the 1990s, a new style referred to as grunge became very popular in both fashion and music. At the turn of the decade, the fashion was still similar to the 80s, but quickly began to fade into a very different trend. The grunge look was made to be comfortable and be seen as effortless. Plaids and flannels were very popular at the time, along with ripped jeans and graphic t-shirts. Martens and platform shoes were also a big part of the grunge look. Grunge fashion has also made a comeback recently as young people have begun copying the styles of the 90s.
My religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know.
Same grunge style and attitude had begun to appear in musicians and bands as well. Rock bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, the Foo Fighters, R.E.M., and Metallica are all examples of this style. Madonna was another music and fashion icon of the 1990s because of her edgy and unconventional style. Madonna started the cone bra in 1990, which later became a huge trend and was used by many other pop stars. Other famous pop artists in the 1990s were Mariah Carey, Backstreet Boys, Destiny's Child, the Spice Girls, and Britney Spears.
I could stay awake.
Photography became a very large part of pop culture in the 1990s. People started exploring more and steering away from the traditional styles of art. Annie Leibovitz was an iconic photographer known for her creative portraits and photographs. She was first hired by the Rolling Stones magazines in the 70s, and from there blossomed her very long career. Annie Leibovitz began taking photos of many celebrities, including Whoopi Goldberg in a bathtub full of milk. Annie Leibovitz inspired many artists to come with her creativity and is considered one of the most important artists not only of the decade but of the century. Jeff Koons was another artist of the 90s known for his innovative sculptures.